It's your girl, Kira, and I'm back on our Kira channel. And this is part 3 and part 4 together. It's 56 minutes, so y'all know I'm gonna talk. So, like I said before, my daughter came home. She went back home, back to my aunt's house. Then she came back when my aunt went to Vegas. And I don't know how my child got to my house. But Caleb was smart. Caleb was very smart. Caleb got back to my house. I got to knock at the door. I'm like, who the hell is at the door? It's your daughter, mother. I'm like, what? I was so happy, but I was so, like, what in the world was you doing here? Like, do y'all know you here? So, I closed my aunt. And my aunt is going over. She's like, oh, no. Ain't nobody telling me about that house. But she was right. My auntie was right. She was right about that. She should have told somebody where she was going. But I let my aunt know I had her, and she will be back home on Tuesday. Now, Kayla kept saying, Mommy, where I'm going at, I don't need no phone. I said, now, Kayla, you is going home Tuesday morning. Don't you come back. I'm not going home, Mommy. She said, where I'm going at, I don't need no phone. Still remember it to this day. She wanted to watch. She wanted to have family time. She did this thing with her siblings where she took Alaire and DJ out to the pool, to Park Pool, but Park Pool was closed. So they just walked around for a while, then she moved back home. She wanted to spend time with everybody individually. And the only person that didn't get to spend time with Nakayla was Nevada, was my youngest daughter, because she was still home. That week was amazing, though. It was fun. It was fun up until she started talking about her funeral and what she wanted at her funeral. And we just sitting there talking. We here saying, I'm like, she like, Mom, what would you do if something happened to me? I said, girl, I would lose my day on mine, and I would like flip out in this bitch. She like, oh my God. And then my father said the same thing. So we all just sitting there. Then she says, well, if something happened to me, I want purple and pink balloons, and I want a purple casket or a pink casket, and I want purple something. And I was like, it hit me. It was like I had a vision at that moment, and then it hit me. I'm like, what? And I'm like, why are you talking like that, Kayla? She like, Mom, I'm just saying. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't even want to talk like that. And next thing you know, she went to sleep, woke back up, woke me about my sleep. She said, Mommy, I had a dream. I said, what type of dream did you have, Nakayla? She said, Mommy, I had a dream I was standing at my casket. And y'all was standing there, but y'all could not hear me or see me, and I was crying. Y'all, I couldn't touch y'all enough. And that was hard. That was hard because usually when I tell this part, I cry. But I tell it with everything in me because it's called a premonition. And some people have it before they die, and some people don't. And she had a premonition. And she kept saying, if something happened to me, I'm a haunt anybody that did something wrong to us. She said she's going to turn into an animal to be with us. It's so much, y'all. And even before that happened, the time before she went back with my aunt, she had tried to harm herself. Not even harm herself. She had just tried to like go out the window. And I was like, what in the world? It was like God put me right there. That's when I knew I had some type of gift. Because she put on I Believe I Can Fly. And she went to my window and she started putting her legs out the window. And then she put the other one out. And I grabbed her and I pulled her ass back in. I said, I can't, no. What is wrong? And she broke down. And she cried. And she cried. And her little soul cried. And she cried too. She didn't have no more tears in her eyes. And when she went to the back porch, I was standing in the living room. And she went to the back because that porch was up high. And she kept saying, I'm so sorry, Mommy, if I hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It was like she was just letting everything out. And this is before that, like 2 weeks before that happened. I had a vision that my daughter had jumped off the deck. It was like on some That's So Weird type of stuff. Like, I had a vision where Kayla was on the ground with a white sheet over her. In my head, I'm yelling to my kids, "Father, look, go get Kayla because she about to jump off that bed tonight." And when he went back there, she was on her way about to jump off of it. But that white sheet, that's what they had to put over my baby when she left this world. And I'm going to tell y'all, this world was so wicked. And I had to realize this, that children are seeing things that I never even seen when I was younger. I could not imagine being on a porch with my best friend and somebody running up on that porch and shooting my best friend in her head in front of me. I would never be right. I wouldn't even want to, I would never, that is the most traumatizing shit in my life. That morning when my daughter got up, she came in the room because I wasn't feeling good. She came in the room and she looked at her father. She said, "Dad, whatever you do, don't let my mother die." And she looked back at me when she was going out the door. She said, "Please don't let her die." She said, "I promise, Kayla, I won't." And at that moment, y'all, I didn't even understand it. 3 orbs was on my wall. In fact, they was on my daughter's wall. They were, and I was in the neighborhood that morning. And I called Kayla there. And I said, "Kayla, what is this?" She said, "My God, mommy, they're orbs. We can touch them." And I was like, "Hold on, let me see if I can put my hand in one." And the only one was to touch the wall was Kayla. She the only person to touch the wall to try to see if she could put her hand in because I was driving, I couldn't reach it. Me and Lad Kayla said it. We started saying all types of stuff in the house. The house itself wasn't right. The house itself gave me all types of bad energy, all that. So on top of that, she's doing stuff that she never, that's unusual now that I go back. We were sitting in the room and she started going through the pictures and she said, "Mommy, I want you to remember." And she took it back to when me and her father was together. And she showed me these pictures that I ain't seen before. I was just like, she was just having a family moment, not knowing this was what she was trying, her soul was letting us know that she didn't even know, but her soul was letting us know, I'm giving it all to y'all because I don't know what's getting ready to happen. I don't know what's getting ready to happen. I don't know what my life, what is it going to be? Remind you, this child was just a 15-year-old child trying to help another child get out of a situation. She had a friend that she wanted to help from her school. Because her friend was always watching her siblings all the time and never had time to herself and was always in the house and her mother would always leave her. And when she told me that, she said, "Mom, I want to help my friend." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Okay." I said, "We gonna figure something out." Because at that point, I would have did whatever I had to do, remove whatever I had to do so that she could be able to help her friend. Kayla helped so many people, y'all. But I'm gonna tell y'all about this day before I get to that. But before I get to that, I'm gonna tell y'all about this day. Like I said, she came in the room, that happened. I made her fries. Usually when I make her fries, she eat them. But she didn't have an appetite that day. So she really, I don't even think she put nothing in her stomach. She came, she went in the bathroom and did her edges. And she came and took me and she said, "Mommy, look, I did my edges." And she wanted to wear her shorts. But she couldn't find them. She had these black shorts that I made for her, that I cut for her. And she loved them. And I still have them to this day. She loved those shorts. And she wanted to wear the shorts so bad, but I couldn't find them. So she wore her jeans. And her little green shirt that she wore after her prom. She was headed towards the door and she said, "Mother, I love you, Mother." And I said, "I love you too, daughter." And my other daughter was a little upset because she wanted to go. And Kayla was like, no, we coming right back, you know. I never even knew that my child was bad. Nobody never told me. It's like, I never was told that she was bad. I didn't even know she went to my mother's house and my mother told me. I just thought she was going to the hair store. Usually I walk with them. I told them, I said, y'all ain't walking around here without me. Like, I felt like I had to walk with them. I don't know what, maybe it was my motherly instinct. Even when they went to the store, I gotta walk with y'all. Because I don't know what's this feeling I'm feeling. I had a dream that my baby father got killed. Whole time, my mother kept saying, Kira, that's one of your kids. See, my mother is, I really believe my mother had a gift too. And she had a gift that she didn't even know she had. She felt it. She thought it was me. She thought I was dead. But when she went to, I'm doing the video. But when she went to, how could I say, when she went to look at the news, she realized it wasn't me, it was my daughter. But y'all, my daughter never came in the house. She never came in there. She never said nothing. Usually Caleb would come in the house. I don't give a, as hot as it was that day, that's what threw me off. Whatever was going on, she didn't want it to come inside the home. And there's more to this than what I know. A lot of stuff has been kept from me because of my sickness and what I'm going through and stuff. But what I know is my child was different. She was different. She was different. She was so different that people can't realize. She couldn't realize that her life was getting ready to be gone. You know, the wicked was coming. I'm waiting for it to come back. Because that's how we was, like, we just sitting there listening to music and having fun and dance. Kayla was happy. She was everybody's happiness. And you gonna realize that grief never leaves. It gets harder. I couldn't imagine losing my mother or losing my brother. My kids had to see their sister. My kids had to see their sister on the ground. When I went out there, y'all, I heard pop, pop, pop. I said, oh, it better be a motherfucking pellet gun or goddamn BB gun. They said they shot you. I said, shot what? You know, when I went out there and see my baby on that ground, I thought Kate was playing with me. Once I went like this, and I went to grab her, I said, Kayla, fuck, get up. I said, yo, Kayla, stop playing, yo, get up. She ain't moving. Damn, baby, I said, hold on, her lips good. I said, my baby better not be fucking dead. I poured my baby up, y'all. And when I poured her on stuff, she was so heavy. Her weight was so heavy that the blood to my brain poured out. I lost it. I lost it. I screamed so loud that my mother could hear me, that the people across the goddamn Poplar Grove Bridge could hear me. I screamed so loud. Our mothers cried. I begged. It seemed like the ambulance took so long, bro. Like, I've never in my life experienced nothing like that in my life. My son, he came outside to see his sister, but he lost it. My daughter lost it. I was so thanking God that my other baby was not there, that she did not have to witness that. That's something they gonna have to be in their head for the rest of their life. I never lost a sibling. I haven't lost my mother. So I don't know what that feeling is, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That feeling is awful. If this feeling hurt like this, losing a child, imagine losing your mama. See, Kayla felt that feeling before I felt it. She felt the pain of losing your mama and gaining her back. Not even being the same person that you once knew, but still accepting me for me. That's why I love my kids so much, and that's why I owe them everything that they want in this world and they desire. I owe it to them. Even my son, I owe it to them because they didn't ask to be here. And because our trials and tribulations, our kids had to suffer. And they had to suffer for a lot of things that they didn't even have nothing to do with. Say! But y'all, like I said, that's the part, I'm gonna say that's part 3, going to part 4. And after that, y'all, it changed my life. I was in the house, I moved far. I could no longer live in that house. I could no longer look at that block. I could no longer look at the street and nothing around Baltimore City. I had to literally remove myself first. It was like starting all over again. Like everything was slow. Everything was slow. Everything was slow. And to this day, the only reason why I'm strong, and I know this for a fact, is that man above and my daughter living through me. And looking at my kids every day, even on TikTok. Even when I wake up and see their pictures or get phone calls and text messages. My mother, my aunt, they are my strength. They are my strength because they have been my backbone. When it came down to my kids, they have seen me fight every battle. They have seen me fall down and get back up. They have gave me time to love myself and love myself. This is deeper than me. That's why I do what I do. That's why I try to encourage every young girl and every young boy, including my child and my children, to keep their faith first. Don't put God last, you put him first. Anything you want in this world, go to him and put it down, gonna make sure you have it. You ain't gotta kill nobody. You ain't gotta commit sin. You ain't gotta hurt nobody. You ain't gotta do nobody down bad. Do somebody right, love them. Love them with everything in you, love them. Because tomorrow is not promised. Today is not neither. Back when I was growing up, y'all, it was more babies coming in the world. Their babies dying. They're dying. And God said when they stop dying, that means the end of the world is coming. I remember it. There's a movie that I saw, and I can never remember this movie. But these kids, they all disappeared. Little boy at his birthday party, he was gone. The only thing was left with their clothes. They was disappeared. They was going up to heaven. God was coming to get them. And I'll never forget that movie up. That movie still scares me to this day. Because this world and it's what we're going to go through. It's what's happening now. I'm watching parents crying, breaking down, grandparents. This world is cruel. The things that are happening to our children, our youth, our little babies. That I can just, even if I could save one, even if it's one, it's worth it. It's worth helping. That's why I thank God for my aunt. She doing I Can't Lose Weight in Baltimore City. She doing her part. I'm grateful because my kids could have ended up in the system. I'm grateful because those same people took in my daughter. I'm grateful. I couldn't go anywhere to find my daughter. They could have took my rights. Everything that could have went bad, God made sure that it went his way. Not my way, his way. Because also, you gotta think it's a world. And I ended back around my husband, a man I don't even know. That I had to realize that things that once was, it's not anymore.
And being an adult and being a woman and being a woman of God, and knowing that somebody hurt you after you have already been hurt and broken down, then that time of your life is very short. Everybody that came into my life, I had a best friend, y'all. And I'm about to get off of here, but I had two best friends that were my best friends since I was in third grade. And God showed me their true colors, individually and together. I am a sick young lady with cancer in my chest, epilepsy and everything. I can't party like everybody else do. I can't do the things that everybody else do. I have a limit to things that I can do. I ain't trying to die. I got an angel with the sky. I ain't trying to go. I got ancestors around me. It ain't my time. But when you sit there and you do wrong to me and I haven't done nothing to you and you break our bond and we ain't never had no argument or nothing in over 15, 16 years, you break our friendship, it's not meant no more. All friendships are meant to end. Especially the ones that don't balance out anymore. Because see, they're on my angel mom. They are moms. You know, I'm an angel mom. Yes, I'm still a mother, but I'm an angel mom too. So if I can't relate to you or what's going on now, I'm not going to be into it. But God showed me who my friends are. He showed me who to love, and He showed me who to trust. And to put all my faith into Him. Because that little girl was watching down on me. And she watching what I'm doing. And if this was me up there, this would be her right here. Speaking on her mother, of how good of a mother she was. So I want y'all to know how good of a daughter Nakayla is. How good of a daughter Nakayla will always be, even in heaven that she is in now. Nakayla is still an amazing child because she is changing her mom. She is changing her sister. She is changing her family. She is changing the world in different ways. Every child that has got a Rest in Peace behind their name is changing this world. It's not our world. It's not. It's not for us. We're just to live in it, to make a better life. God created this for us to live in, not to destroy each other and break each other down. So as I say again, my daughter is an angel. A 9-year-old took my daughter away from me, y'all. And ever since that day, my anxiety, my depression, my PTSD, everything has went crazy. Well, I had to sit in that house for 2.5 years. And it wasn't until a couple months ago that I started to get up and do my TikToks again. And do my YouTube. And when I did that, God made sure I had a blessing behind that. My subscribers went up. People would ask me questions and I would feel so freely to answer it. I started to open up as though I started to notice that what I do, my son do. My son is even to the point where he's starting to open up and express how he truly feels at 13 years old. And I'm trying to get him at a point where he say it respectfully and not disrespectfully. Because just because we getting through does not mean that our kids are not going through stuff. They are going through it. They are missing their sister. They can't wake up with their kid anymore. They can't call Kayla on the phone and do TikToks with Kayla. Her cousins is missing. My nieces and nephews miss their cousins. You know, like it's a lot going on. You know, so it's not just my kids that's been affected. It's my god sister, her kids. It's everybody's kids. Everybody's kids is affected because they loved Nakayla. Nakayla used to have this little group of little girls before she got 15, probably around 14, 13. She had a group of little girls she used to always walk around with in the neighborhood. And then two of the little girls' mama got killed. She got hit by a car. And Kayla was so heartbroken. I was heartbroken. My son was heartbroken. But these little girls love my daughter. And it's kind of hard even just watching videos and stuff. Because I know I'm not the only one watching. I go through our messages and I read our messages. And our messages be just like, it be make me want to cry because I be just wanting to write her like, I didn't never think this would be my life. We don't never know what's next. All we can do is pray. I pray that I don't lose another soul in my family. I pray that I get through this storm of cancer. I pray that God heal me. I pray that He cover me with His anointing. I pray that He keep me going. I pray that my YouTube be successful so that if anything shall happen, my kids have something to fall back on. I pray that my TikTok continues to be global and successful as it is. I pray that I continue to be better and be able to give y'all what y'all need as content so y'all don't have to keep seeing me say it all the time. So the best thing to do is to open up, express, let the world know how you feel so you can get some advice and, and slowly get back to what you need to do. But also don't forget the purpose and the message. It's long live Black Kingdom. These are all our memories through us. And as I say, have a good day. Because this is Kayla. Period.